On her first day working as a private tutor at the richest man's house, she noticed water droplets constantly dripping right outside the front gate. Years of experience as a tutor made her immediately understand what was going on, but she didn't expose her new student. Instead, calmly picking up the umbrella by the door and opening it the moment she pushed the door open. The very next second, the basin of water the student had placed on the door fell down. The rich boys who had staged this prank themselves stared at the woman, who wasn't wet at all, standing there completely stunned, unable to believe she was that sharp. The tycoon's son, watching from the second floor, couldn't help but let out a soft laugh. As he listened to the woman introduce herself, the boy showed a look of disdain. Before she could even finish speaking, the boy grabbed the dart in his hand and threw it straight at her. Seeing the woman casually catch the dart, the boy froze in shock. Because among all the tutors his father had hired, she was the only one who had managed to walk into the villa unharmed. What they didn't know was that the woman was no ordinary tutor at all. Her other identity was that of a top-ranked assassin on an international hitman list. After completing her final mission overseas, she caught the attention of the leader of an international organization. To protect her safety, her superior arranged a fake identity for her, which was to become the tycoon's son's private tutor. Faced with the petty tricks of these rich heirs, the woman didn't care at all. After finishing her introduction, she walked straight up to the young master and bluntly said she had prepared a gift for him. Seeing the boy's expectant look, the woman pulled a water cup out of her bag and poured the warm water straight onto his face. Everyone who witnessed this scene instantly widened their eyes in shock and demanded to know how she dared treat the young master like that. Before their words even faded, they were splashed in the face with water by the woman. However, the woman's actions angered the rich eldest daughter downstairs. She immediately ordered her friends nearby to teach the woman a lesson, declaring she would make her pay today. Seeing this, the woman calmly took out her phone and recorded the three people in front of her, looking at their confused expressions. She said she would send the video to the tycoon, claiming she wanted him to see who was really interfering with the young master's education. Hearing this, fear instantly filled their hearts. Worried that today's actions would completely offend the tycoon, they had no choice but to leave. Seeing how easily his friends were dealt with, the young master didn't feel scared at all. Instead, he looked at the woman with open provocation, deciding to teach her a lesson. So over the following week, he tried every possible way to drive her away. But the woman wasn't afraid at all. Not only did she handle their pranks flawlessly, she also took the chance to put them in their place. This made them start to doubt that the woman had no weaknesses at all. Seeing the young master still unwilling to give up, the others couldn't help but try to persuade him, telling him to focus on studying from now on. Hearing their words, the young master immediately felt furious. He walked straight up to the woman and declared he would definitely make her leave today. Then he returned to his room. That night, the woman came to call the young master to class, only to run into him while he was taking a shower. When the boy asked her to hand him a towel, the unsuspecting woman immediately passed the towel to him. But the next second, the young master pulled her into the bathroom. Realizing she had been tricked, the woman widened her eyes in shock. Before she could react, she heard the maid coming in with fruit. To teach the young master a lesson, the woman immediately pinned him against the wall. Seeing the woman's increasingly bold moves, fear instantly filled the young master's heart. To protect his own reputation, he could only tell the maid to leave. After the maid left, the young master finally relaxed and realized he had already lost this battle. The next evening, just as the woman was about to rest, the maid rushed over to her in a panic, saying the young master was sick, and now the only person who could control him was the woman herself. The maid begged her to go check on him. As soon as the woman entered the room, she saw the young master already fast asleep. When she noticed the photo in his arms, the woman froze in place, because the lady in the photo was the very woman who, 20 years ago, had sponsored her education. After learning the young master was that wealthy lady's child, the woman couldn't help but marvel at fate. But the next second, she noticed the young master's broken finger. This immediately made her worried. She couldn't help asking the maid what happened, but the maid showed a frightened expression. To find out the truth, the woman could only call the tycoon, but the tycoon calmly told her that he himself had broken the boy's finger. Because after the wealthy lady passed away, the young master cried constantly. To make him quiet, the tycoon broke the boy's finger without hesitation. After hearing this, anger surged inside her. She wanted to ask why, but the tycoon told her he had many sons, saying that to a tycoon, the young master was just one option among many. He then warned the woman not to overstep her role as a teacher. After that, he hung up. Only then did the woman realize that the arrogant young master in front of her had endured a painful childhood no one else had ever experienced.